Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you're watching the pre-market show. And let us see where the markets in the US have ended, because we were seeing the US markets were trading downwards continuously, and it opened with a gap up, but then there was a complete sell-off. So let us look at the US markets and see the things. So let me open up the chart of S&P 500 first, and then we will look at the others as well. The S&P 500 on a close to close basis is down almost 2%. So that is obviously not a good sign for the markets. So you can see it opened with a gap up, and then it was a complete sell-off in the markets, and it ended somewhere in the day's low. Coming to Nasdaq, it is even worse. It is down almost 3.09%. So Nasdaq, we were seeing that it was showing good signs of recovery, but then half of the gains from last week has been wiped out today because of the 3% down move. So Nasdaq again looking very, very weak, and Dow Jones has also managed to close 1.56% in the red. So overall, the market sentiments in the US are is not looking good, and that will definitely have an impact on the global markets. Let us look at Asian markets and how they are trading now uh, after the negative news from US. So we see that all the Asian markets are trading in the red right now, with Hang Seng down 1.4%. You can see the Hong Kong markets opened with a gap down, and it is trading downwards continuously. Japanese index Nikkei is down almost 1.07%. The Chinese markets are down 0.13%, and the Korean markets are down 1.71%, leading the fall in the Asian markets. So this is the condition of the markets right now. Everything looks bearish once again, and let us look at SGX Nifty to see what it is indicating. It is indicating almost 15,690 to 700, which is again a big gap down for the markets, considering the way it rallied on Monday. Just Monday it was at 15,900. Now it is again back to 15,700 and below. So yesterday the markets closed at 15,850, and we were expecting the markets to remain bullish, but right now a 150 points gap down will definitely be hurting the sentiments of the people in the markets. So the bulls will again get trapped today. And talking about our markets, 15,850 was the where the market has ended yesterday, but today we are expecting a big gap down of almost 150 points that could bring the markets close to 15,670 to 700 range. And we know the importance of that level. The markets took support and resistance multiple times in that region, even on 24th June, 23rd and 2nd June, and there are multiple instances in the history where we have seen that these levels have been respected hugely. So let us look and see where if this level is respected again today, and if the market reverses from 15,670 to 700 levels and again move back towards 15,800. So that would be interesting to see how the markets open, and definitely right now on the upside, the Monday's high will be acting as a strong level of resistance. 15,925 is the level you should be watching out for in Nifty, and then if this is broken, then we will slightly turn bullish, and 16,000 and above is where we will turn completely bullish. And 15,650, 670 is broken on the downside, then we can expect the markets to go down further, and 15,500 to 400 will be the next level of support in case of Nifty. So this is the current markets. Coming to Mac Nifty, it was already weak yesterday, and with another 150 point gap down in Nifty, the Mac Nifty can easily fall around 300 to 400 points gap down. So it ended around 33,700. So if you deduct 400 points from there, it is showing 33,300 as the opening levels for Bank Nifty. And if that is the case, then Bank Nifty will find the next level of support near 33,000, which is around figure support level. And on and up above is we have 33,800, which can act as a major level of resistance in Bank Nifty for today's trade. So this is the condition of the markets, and definitely IT stocks will be in focus today. Infosys, Wipro, L&T, and TCS, they were doing very well, but now we are seeing the Nasdaq is down almost 3.09%. So definitely IT stocks will be under pressure today. So we have to wait and see how the IT stocks perform today. So we can expect them to go down, but where they will find the support is important, because we were seeing that a good recovery is on the list for the IT index. So we have to see what kind of recovery it happens. Coming to other things, we have the crude oil prices again steadily moving upwards. So $111 is where it is trading, and we are seeing a slight red candle. And again, we have to see for the confirmation if it falls. But $111, $112 is still on the higher side, and the markets are not taking it positively. Especially the Indian rupee is becoming very, very weak right now. It is at 79.15, and if this is how it continues, it can easily touch almost 80 rupees in just a few days, and that is not a good sign for the markets. So this is the condition of USD. It has been depreciating on a steadily, and yesterday it accelerated, and we see a huge green candle, which indicates huge weakening of the rupee. And right now also it is trading at the all-time low levels. So Indian rupee is the weakest in the history once more. Dollar index is at 104.4. So nothing major movement happening in the dollar index. It is there steadily, but the crude oil prices need to come down for the markets in India, at least to the currency market to gain some strength. Talking about the VIX, the volatility index in the US shot up again yesterday, 5.16%, after we were seeing it was on a downtrend for the last few days, but that did not sustain, and it is up 5.16% after the rally in the US market, after the downward fall in the US market yesterday. India VIX is at 21.45, and it was up 2% yesterday. So obviously volatility is going on the higher side, and because we are seeing huge moves in the market. So every day gap up, every day gap down. Things are not looking good for the people who are carrying overnight positions. Either they are trapped, or either they are making good profits. So again, if you are trapped on the wrong side, it's not a good sign, or it's not a good day. And talking about the most important thing that would be released today after market hours is the US GDP growth rate for the first quarter of 2022. Expectation is at minus 1.5%, so a negative growth rate for the second time. If this is the case, then we will say that US markets have officially ended the recession period, which means 2 consecutive negative growth rate is officially termed as a recession period. And if that is the case, the US market will get into recession if the data comes negative tonight. So this is around 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So definitely US markets will be reacting to this. And just in case if this is not negative and it comes out positive, then there will be a huge short covering rally in the US, because the economy avoided recession. So either ways, if it is positive or negative, depending on that, the markets will be either bullish or bearish, expecting a huge amount of volatility in the markets based on this result of GDP. So let us see what things are happening over there. And yesterday, interestingly, the US fall, some people are attributing it to the consumer confidence data of the June month. So the expectation was around the 103, but it came at 98.7. So whenever the consumer confidence is below expectation, it means that the people are not happy with the way things are going. And obviously inflation is very difficult for the common man, and everyone is bearing the price for inflation. So people are not happy. So that is why the consumer confidence data was showing negative data, and that is also attributed to the US markets fall yesterday's session. So that is something to keep in mind. And then today's is the most important data, that is the US GDP data. You can definitely watch out for. Along with this, we are getting the inflation data for the Germany as well for the month of June. So maybe you can keep an eye out for that. That will be affecting the European markets, but GDP data for the US is something to be watched out for. So definitely avoid carrying overnight positions, because things can move either direction, and if it is possible, close out all the positions, keep a light position, and then again re-enter into the trades tomorrow morning. That would be a the right thing to do, and hopefully the markets uh, move on the higher side, because we were expecting the markets to move a bit higher. And but again, let's not speculate, and let's see what the news happens, and then we will follow accordingly. We will follow the trend. It is either on the downside or on the upside, so we will be following accordingly. So right now, today is a major gap down we are seeing, and we have to see if the gap down is there. How long will the gap down, or how long will the market fall before it finds support? So that is important, and definitely towards the last half of today, we will be expecting some kind of volatility in the markets, because since there is the data coming out in the US, so it is always some people would like to square off their position, so that can lead to some kind of volatility towards the second half, or towards the last hour of trading. So keep in mind of this news, and hope you have a good trading day. We will discuss everything, the US data and how the markets are reacting, and the post market show at 11:15 p.m. at night. So until then, have a good day, and thank you for watching.